snowblower of yours?
Sure did, Taryl. Got it all ready to go?
Yeah, it's all good now. We straightened out everything that you tried fixing on it. You need a hand loading it?
Sure. My truck's in the shop. I had to bring my wife's car.
All right, I'll have Junior bring it around. Junior! Bring around Campfire Snowblower! Now! Wow, looky at that. Thought maybe you'd cleaned out your car before you came to pick something up.
This is all my wife's crap. I didn't know it was like this.
This snowblower isn't gonna fit in this car with all this crap in here.
Yeah, well, let me clean it out real quick.
So, that's your wife's chainsaw too, huh?
Well, I guess that one's mine.
Let me guess. She pours that Logger's Choice on her pancakes for breakfast too.
Ha! Real funny. Actually, it's pretty good. You ever try it?
Yeah, well, we ain't got all day to wait for you to clean out your car, so when you're ready, come and get us. Pterodactyl here, and today's how-to video is going to be on replacing the ring gear on a Briggs and Stratton flywheel. This is a flywheel from a single cylinder Briggs and Stratton. They have a kit where you can replace it. And they also make a ring gear for the opposed twin. That's the twin cylinder motor with the opposed heads. The flat heads with the heads on the end. Pistons go this way. Not a V-twin, an opposed twin. You can replace that ring gear. And on these single cylinders. Now they make a kit. Stens makes one, Rotary makes one, or you can get the actual Briggs and Stratton one. Now they made that Briggs and Stratton one under a bunch of different part numbers. 399676, and then it changed. They also made it under 392134, but the current number is 696537. That's the current number. The Stens number is 150435, and the Rotary number is 10384. So you can replace this ring gear. If you got a plastic ring gear or an aluminum ring gear, you can replace it. So the kit consists of the ring gear, and then they give you screws, a new plastic gear, a couple of roll pins, and this C-clip. So that's for, if you got this style of starter, that's what the C-clip's for. And if you have this style Bendix, that's what the roll pins are for. So if you want to replace the gear, you just knock that roll pin out and you can take the gear off and put a new one on. This one's a little more trickier. Now Briggs does make tools to remove that C-clip and install the new one. And here's the numbers for these tools. That's the removal tool, and that's to install it. And I do have a video, a starter video, where I show you how to take apart a Briggs starter and put it back together, and I explain the different Bendixes. Another important thing, it tells you in the instructions, they give you instructions, but they're a little bit hard to understand sometimes. So, if you're replacing your ring gear and you got a metal gear, this gear has got 14 teeth. The plastic gear has 16 teeth. So if you got a metal gear, you got to replace it with the plastic one. If you got a plastic gear and it's in good shape, we'll just hang on to the extra gear. And then this gear's got 6 teeth. Count them. See, I got 6 teeth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then these teeth are all wore down. That's why we're replacing it. So that's a little bit of story about that. And then it gives you instructions. And then these are the different model engines, and this is the torque for the flywheel. So the first thing you got to do is remove the flywheel. And I have videos showing me how to remove it with a pry bar and a hammer, where I pry up underneath the flywheel and I whack the top with a hammer and it pops off because it's on a taper. And a lot of people are like, you shouldn't do it that way. You're gonna wreck it, you're gonna wreck the engine. And you don't wreck the engine. I've been doing it for 40 years. You're not wrecking no engine. Nope. I like to have somebody show me how I'm wrecking an engine by doing that. Actually show me, not just tell me. So the first thing you gotta do, take this fan off. Now some flywheels that you replace it got the fins are already part of the flywheel, but this one you have to take off. And you got these rivets on here, these 4 rivets. Now in the instructions they tell you to center punch it and drill them out. And that's a little hard to do. So what I do is I take my whizzer wheel and I cut them off flush. Take the whizzer and cut them off flush. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Get my air hose, put my glasses back on so I don't get nothing in my eyes, plus I can see what I'm doing. Alright, now I ground them flat. Like I said, they want you to drill it out, and that's kind of hard to get it centered and everything to drill it. So I grind it flat, and then you take a 3/16 punch and you drive out those rivets. Right, Blade Man? Here's Blade Man. He's here to visit. Hello there, little Blade Man. He's going to get scared as soon as I start hammering on this thing, though. Now, I'm going to hang it over the bench, or you can prop something under there, maybe a big socket. And you drive all 4 of them out. That's a lot easier than drilling them out. And you take the ring gear off. This is the plastic one. And you can put it on your head. Play frisbee with it. You might be able to come up with many uses for it. Let's see how it flies. Oh, little Blade Man got scared. So you want to clean this up. Blow it off. Clean this up real good, because you want that new ring gear to fit flat. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up a little bit, blow it off with some air. Okay, I took a wire wheel and wire wheeled it, and then I'm just kind of going over it a little bit with a sanding block. Oh, one other thing I failed to mention when I was talking about the gears. If you don't have these tools, a pair of side cutters and a screwdriver work good for popping that clip off. But be prepared to stab your fingers, because it's kind of tricky to get off. You're going to have to use a screwdriver and a pair of these, because you're probably not going to buy them tools to use them one time. So I got it cleaned up, and then line up the holes, and then just simply put the screws in that they supply. So yeah, don't think these torque specs on here are for these screws. These instructions are kind of vague. I'm pretty sure these torque specs are for the flywheel nut. But they don't tell you that. 5/32 punch will be good for knocking that roll pin out. So there. That's all there is to reinstalling a new ring gear on your single cylinder Briggs & Stratton flywheel. If you buy one of them kits. Your other alternative would be to buy a new flywheel or find a good used one. So for about 20-30 bucks you can put a new ring gear on it and get a new plastic gear. Now you need to follow me on Facebook. Come on, follow me on Instagram. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Watch my videos. Tell little kids to watch them. Little kids will watch videos like crazy. Have your whole family watch them. Call your aunts and uncles. Tell them to watch my videos. And as always, there's your dinner. Woo! Install Briggs ring gear! Woo!
Jeez, Pa! He's been out there all day!
Yeah, it looks like he almost might be ready.
All right, come on, give me a hand.
All right.
Real funny. Help me load this thing.
Hey, 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 ho, 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 ho,
I don't think it's gonna fit.
Oh, hold on. Let's try the front seat. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, looks like that's not gonna work either.
Yeah, why don't you just come back when your truck is finished?
Well, I'm just going down the road. I think we can make this work. There's that pizza. All right, all good, boys. I'm ready to go.
He'll be back.
Knucklehead.
What is that?
Well, I am the wood roach.